Our sermon today is taken from Acts chapter 15, and together we're going to be taking a look at Acts 15 and verses 32 through 41 as we continue on in the book of Acts. One of the things I want to remind you of is that obviously after the sermon we have our sermon question and answer session, and the success of that particular endeavor depends upon your asking questions. So as questions occur to you, I would invite you to write them down and then to pop them in the brown basket in the back so that we can discuss them as a congregation afterwards as we discuss the meat of the sermon. Or if you have doesn't necessarily have to be related to the session, the sermon. It can be extremely tangential in its nature, but you can ask whatever questions occur to you while the sermon is being preached. But we would ask you to do that. Or you can send your questions, if you don't want to put them in the basket in the back, directly via email to provquestions@gmail.com. That's provquestions@gmail.com, and we'll deal with them there. Well, as I said, we're going to be continuing on in the book of Acts, finishing up the book, the chapter of chapter 15 today, taking a look at a sad division that occurred between Paul and Barnabas, reflecting perhaps on how God used even that division for the good of his church, and also talking about what it means to us in the world now and as the Church of Jesus Christ. But before we turn our attention to the Word of God, let's go to the God who gave us his Word. Let's ask for his blessing. Sovereign Lord, as I stand here, I am very mindful of what you tell us in James 3:1, that not many are supposed to be teachers because they will be held to a stricter standard. And I have to admit that that is a scary thing to consider. Whenever I stand here, I remember, Lord, that I am preaching